Hello Sagittarius. I'm using a new deck today and my daughter's Sagittarius and she's kind of obsessed with the ocean. She's playing this computer game at the moment called Subnautica. So I don't know, I was thinking to myself she might like this one. There's a lot of underwater stuff going on. I've also got this new Oracle of the Fairies Oracle cards which I'll be using in your reading today as well. All the cards that I use in your reading today will be listed in the description box down below. So we'll see what we get through that. I'm actually being asked, as I start your reading, I'm getting told to switch out a deck. So we're going to go to the Witch's Tarot instead of the Good Tarot. They're showing me images from that. So let's have a quick switcheroo. Good Tarot, you are good to me, but you're not needed for Sagittarius's reading. So as I quickly shuffle this deck and prepare, just remember this is a general reading, it's not a personal reading. That is the Hangman in reverse, so you may need to look at things from somebody else's perspective, or you may have a new perspective on things. I feel like you're actually going to surprise people. You perhaps maybe having a bit of a makeover, maybe coming out of lockdown, feeling like a different person. You may shock some people, maybe a new attitude. I feel I'm sensing a bit of a change in you, but you're still kind of like, you're still your authentic self. People may see you as having changed, but I feel like you haven't really changed. You're still you, but maybe you've had a bit of a makeover or something like this. Is how it's coming through. So yeah, it's not a personal reading, so take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. Just a big reminder there. And gender is fluid in the tarot, so if it's a man on the card and you're a woman, it still may be you. Don't worry if I'm saying masculine or feminine energies. We all have masculine and feminine energy as part of our yin yang, you know, both sides of ourselves. So don't worry too much about gender. It's more about the energy and what I'm describing than the gender of you know, what's on the cards. Also, the reading's timeless, so it's intended to go up on Wednesday, but when it finds you, as you're reading it at that time, so don't worry too much about the date that you find this reading on. Ugh, gobbledygook. Maybe you are getting a bit tongue-tied, or, you know, maybe you need to give something a second go, you know, like you feel like you messed up a little bit on the first try, something like that. So this is the song that came through for Scorpio towards the tail end of their reading. Let's get you another song, Sagittarius. What's going on for Sagittarius, please, for Wednesday? Sagittarius for Wednesday. Hung Up by Madonna. Hung up, I'm hanging up on you, waiting for your call every night and day. Don't wait for somebody's call. You know, maybe you've applied for a job, maybe you are waiting for a friend to get back to you. Whatever it is, don't be hanging around your phone waiting to see if this person has like texted you back, messaged you back, you know, whether this person's going to ring you. Go out and live your best life. Go out and have fun. Sagittarius, I think if anyone knows that life is too short to sit around waiting, it's you. I have Mars in Sagittarius, and to tell you what, it's where my impatience comes from. It's like, I want it now. Why hasn't this person rang me back? I want to go out. What's going on? Like, make a decision. So, yeah, you may be feeling that a little bit at the moment. Really kind of wanting to go out, let your hair down perhaps. Maybe feeling very hung up on someone as well. Maybe somebody has hung up on you. Maybe, as I was saying, I got a bit tongue twisted. Maybe you had something to say, it didn't come out right. Maybe somebody hung up on you, or I don't know, maybe there's some kind of miscommunication. The reason why I'm saying that as well is because Let Me Reintroduce Myself by Gwen Stephani was playing as I was setting up your reading. So I feel like maybe you've got off to a bad start with somebody. Madonna, I'm just making a note of your songs. I'm going to put that down as well. Reintroduce Self by Gwen Stephani, just in case that is applicable to you as well. All the songs that come through in the reading will be down in the description box down below. I do recommend you go and check out the videos, look up the lyrics, see if anything particularly pops out to you there. There may be a little bit of extra guidance coming through in those songs. So, and however you resonate with the songs as well, if you love it, if you hate it, look at a little bit of like, why are you feeling that way about it? What do you hate about it? And what is that telling you about your current situation? Right, so Sagittarius then, please behave cards. They're already feeling a bit like I don't know, they're not feeling right in my hands. So we'll see how we go with it. Sagittarius, please, for Wednesday. Oh my goodness, are you still having this, Sagittarius? This keeps coming through for you. Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Yeah, don't sit around waiting for somebody to call you, you know. Sagittarius, get back out there. You know, they'll soon be missing you when they see you having fun. But others of you, time to get out of a situation. Something could have not worked out. Something could have taken a bit of a bad turn. Maybe you thought you were in a good situation, but then something happened and you thought, do you know what, this isn't suiting me anymore. You need to get out of some situation in your life, like bail out, right? bail out. Yeah, I have been getting that for you on and off. So if something isn't working for you, if something is keeping you down, making you miserable, Sagittarius, life really is too short. I may call your reading Life is Too Short. Life is too short. You know, you want to make the most of your life and you don't want to spend it in situations that make you miserable. Chain of events that will affect your life. So you could feel chained to something. I think I did just say that, but this is more like a domino effect. You know that 5 degrees of separation that they say everybody is connected to everybody else through like 5 acquaintances, or you know, ways that people have run into each other. It's like, oh, my auntie used to serve chips to this guy from the TV. This guy from the TV was in this program with this other guy. This other guy was knighted by the queen. So I've got 5 degrees of separation to the queen. You know, it's that kind of thing. So it's like events that are unbeknownst to you that are going on in somebody else's life are going to have a bit of a ripple effect. They're going to actually impact you as well. It could be that this is kind of something going on globally. You know, obviously, like you could say COVID, right, is a chain of events impacting the world. So there's things that are out of your control. It could be for the good, it could be for the bad. It's things that it's almost like the universe is aligning things. The cogs are moving. As things change for other people, they also change for you. So that means opportunities can arise. Which, I don't know which. Yeah, that one, right. Let's keep that up. I think I put it down because it was a negative card. I was like, I don't want to see that. And Sagittarius is not focusing on the negative today. Right, Sag, what else is going on for you? Like, okay, that's okay. Again, cards misbehaving completely there. I'm going to put them all back in, I think, because that was a lot of cards, but what am I seeing? Wishbone, a wish is granted. Lily, spiritual love. Bowl, plenty of material things. Opportunities are waiting for you. Tense, temporary situation. What else do we have here? Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Diamond, you will be receiving a precious gift, or giving or receiving a precious gift. Oh, happiness. Wow, there's a lot of really good stuff here. Chair empty, someone is leaving your life. Ladder, climbing towards success. Owl, good advice from a wise person. Let's try again. Can Sagittarius's cards please behave? Can I have a max of like 3 cards, please? Sagittarius for Wednesday. All right, thank you. V, victory in some endeavour. V may be a particularly important letter. I'm seeing Vine as well. So V, maybe somebody's called Victoria, Victor. That's also like victory, isn't it? Victoria, Victor. Right. Seek out information that will help you. Again, the grapevine, right? I heard it through the grapevine. It's like somebody who knows something because they heard it from somebody else. So it's like you might not know anyone who can help you with something, but if you ask around, it's like, say you need a solicitor, right? You don't know any solicitors, but you mention it casually to a friend who's like, oh, my uncle's a solicitor, you know, or like maybe you need a bricklayer, right? And it's like somebody's like, oh, I've just had a conservatory built, I can recommend a great bricklayer. So it's like once you start talking with other people, it's opening more doors, because there's something to do with like connections here. Pineapple, reconciliation. Okay. Again, let me reintroduce myself. You could be meeting an old friend. Somebody could be coming back into your life that you'd lost touch with. I'm not talking about exes, for those of you who are like, I don't want my ex back in my life. I'm talking about like maybe a good friend from school. You kind of lost touch and then they come back into your life and you're like, oh my goodness, I've not seen you for such a long time. So some kind of reconciliation here, 2 people coming back together. Maybe pineapples is something you've got in common. Maybe you both like pineapple pizzas, right? Or both hate pineapple pizzas. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Now, just to say, the dark woman, you could be dealing with somebody with a dark complexion, dark hair, but also the dark woman card sometimes means to me that somebody is, I mean, it could be that, right? Or it could be that somebody has kind of like bad intentions. It could be someone with fair hair, but they've got a dark side, you know, a dark intentions. So take it as it resonates. It's not necessarily the two connected, or it could be, I don't know. What else do we have, please? What else do we have here, please? Desk. Pay attention to your work. So this could be somebody that you know in work. Maybe work's going to bring you back in contact with somebody. And flag, don't be tempted to lower your standards. Okay, so if you're looking for a job, maybe hold out for something that's right for you. Don't be tempted to take the first thing that comes along. Again, the same with relationships, maybe. You know, don't settle for somebody that you're not really into. Maybe hold out for somebody that you really, really like. Something like that. You've also got, well, family wishes coming true. Don't lower your standards can also talk about your morals. Sagittarius, you do tend to have a very strong moral compass. You like to do the honourable thing. You like to do the right thing. You like to feel like you're acting from a place of good integrity. So don't be tempted into any kind of situation, any kind of dodgy dealings perhaps, any kind of like anything a bit untoward, especially in work. Just kind of avoid that. You don't want to get involved with things like that. So keep the vibe high. Can I get a fairy card, please, for Sagittarius? I'd like one card, please. One card, please, for Sagittarius for Wednesday. What is going on for Sagittarius, please? What do the fairies want to tell Sagittarius? Tree wisdom. I think Libra also had this. Tree wisdom. The tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. So this talks to me about getting out amongst nature, getting out in the trees, going for a walk, connecting with the environment, maybe nurturing your garden, just being around plants and animals as much as possible, and kind of grounding. I know my daughter really loves to go through walks through the fields, and there's a bit of woodland there. She was cleaning it up yesterday as well. She was picking up all the litter that other kind of teenagers had left, and she kind of like tidied up her favourite spots. She also kind of likes to walk barefoot, which people say if you need to ground, if you need to do grounding work, kind of spiritual grounding, you should kind of like take your shoes off and kind of walk in the grass and things like that. Obviously take safety precautions, make sure you're doing it in a place where it's clean and safe, but yeah, you know, maybe go and splash in a stream with your shoes off if you feel like that's a safe thing that you can do. It may just help you. If your emotions are a bit turbulent, maybe that'll help you balance. It was actually why we went for the walk in the first place, because my daughter kind of, it was the end of the week, she was a bit emotional, and as soon as we started walking, her mood just absolutely lifted. So, a tip for you there as well, if you've got children, or especially teenagers, anyone who's kind of like going through something where they're feeling a bit pent up, perhaps. A very Sagittarian energy to kind of feel a bit pent up, especially in the house. If you're stuck in the house and stuck with people that perhaps are irritating you, just go out for a walk. Oh, look at that. That's lovely. Magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. So, again, a little story of my daughter. When she tidied up that piece of woodland, and an older lady kind of saw her doing it, and I could see that it pleased that lady to see somebody doing something good. When she's used to like the teenagers coming and making a mess, it was like she was relieved to see somebody kind of tidying up that area and doing something good. So yeah, when you do something good, it's people see that, and they may not even say anything to you, but it's like maybe helps them a little bit to see somebody doing a good thing. So it could be like a knock-on effect of being charitable, perhaps. Okay, they're telling me no. They got made me get this deck out, and they're telling me no. So this is the deck they want me to use for you, which again is like, my daughter's really into the ocean, so that makes a lot of sense for me. I'm not reading for my daughter, she's not interested in my readings at all, but like a passing interest every now and again. But I don't know. I don't know what they're up to. So the heart of the matter, please, for Sagittarius. Whoa, Two of Cups. But it's not balanced, is it? Oh, no, it's the Justice. Why did I think it was the Two of Cups? I'm new to this deck. Libran energy again. There could be something that's a bit imbalanced here. There's something that perhaps hasn't been fair in the past. You definitely... I feel this energy a lot for Sagittarius. You want things to be fair. Injustice really, you know, as with Libra, injustice really makes you quite mad. If you think something is unfair, unjust, it's going to... you're going to want to do something about it or say something about it. You're not going to settle for standing by and letting things happen if it doesn't feel like it's the right thing to do. So you can see here there's two scrolls on one side, and then there's the sword of truth. You know, justice carries the sword of truth and justice, and that's on the other side. So the contracts here are heavier than the sword of truth. The sword of truth is light, like a feather, right? It's truthful, it's honest, it has high vibrational energy. The contracts are heavy. So I'm feeling like there's something wrong with a contract. If you're signing contracts at the moment, maybe you're moving house or starting a new job, make sure you read the small pink print carefully, and make sure you speak up if something seems like it's not fair. Make sure you get a fair deal. There's some kind... You could be dealing with courts, the justice system, contracts, or just karma. There could just be some good karma coming your way. Perhaps because you've done something, you know, to something good for people. You know, again, my daughter, she kind of had instant karma. She cleaned up that area because she wanted to, because she likes that area and she wanted to keep it nice for herself mainly. And that lady saw her doing it. She actually gave her... She was an older lady. She gave my daughter £5 as kind of like you know, I want to give you something because I can see that you've done something good. So it was like instant karma. So there could be something in here where there's some kind of like instant karma happening because you've been a good person, I think, Sagittarius. So tell me what's going on. How did Sagittarius get here, please? How did Sagittarius get here? I feel like it is involving you and at least one other person, though, because I saw it as the Two of Cups. Now, when I make a mistake, it's not really a mistake in a reading. I know that sounds like I'm kind of like, you know, giving myself an excuse, but anything that happens as part of a tarot reading is supposed to happen. It's part of the reading. So, me saying the Two of Cups, it means that there's something there with that. There's some kind of, judgment. So what got you here? Some kind of second chance. It could be that maybe you broke a rule and you're getting a second chance. I am getting this kind of, with the Reintroduce Myself song, I am already picking up on this kind of like, maybe there was some kind of bad impression at the start, like, or, you know, you didn't get on with somebody when you first met them, but it's coming back around here. There's going to be a revival. Again, not talking about an ex. If there's an ex that you're totally over and you don't want anything to do with them, fine, let it go. We're not talking about that. This is talking about, and it means some of you maybe do want to get back with an ex, right? It's different for everybody. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I don't need any angry comments. Go away. This is more like, it can feel a call, right? A call to action, a call to something that speaks to your soul and feels like it's the right thing to do. It gets you moving. It can feel like soul purpose, life path, something you're just meant to do. And it also does talk about a rebirth of a situation. It normally depicts people rising from the graves. So something that's being revived, something that's being given a second chance. Could involve contracts here. Both of these cards are to do with karma. You've got my Libran karma card and my Scorpio karma card. So it could definitely be that you're getting a huge dose of good karma coming your way, Sagittarius. I hope so. That would be really nice. Where is Sagittarius heading, please? Where is Sagittarius heading? Oh, look at that gorgeous card. Page of Pentacles. It kind of reminds me of the Page of Cups energy. I always talk of the Page of Cups energy as being very childlike and imaginative and pure and simple and innocent and well-intentioned, and just kind of like, you know, saying it as they see it. This could actually indicate a child for you, particularly if you have a child who's an earth sign. But we are talking about your energy here. There is something that's, the rainbow symbolizes either hope or healing. I may just have to shut my window, sorry, people are chatting. So yeah, it can indicate the hope for something new. Again, I've got this sense of you kind of having some kind of hope, seeing some sort of light, hearing a good call and moving towards it. And it can talk about healing as well. So healing a situation perhaps where perhaps there's some sort of misunderstanding, perhaps you fell out with somebody, you didn't really want to fall out with them, and you're kind of making amends. It's the pages are kind of the students of the tarot. They're in the planning stage. So with it being the Page of Pentacles, it's like there's some kind of opportunity or some kind of a seed of an idea, and you're kind of in the planning stage. You're imagining what it could become, right? So it's like perhaps you're applying for a new job, or perhaps you've just started a new course of study, and it's like you're seeing all the opportunities that could, you know, where this could go. So make sure you do take tangible steps forward. Make sure it's not all just in your imagination, right? You've got to ground those ideas into something that's practical. Again, another example from a daughter would be she's amazing at she's got an amazing imagination, and she creates all these characters in her head, and she draws them so beautifully, and she always wants to tell me about these characters, but it can be a lot all in one go, right? It's hard to keep track of all these different characters. So I always say to her, go and write it down for me, write me a story, introduce the characters like one chapter at a time, and it's going to help me connect with them and remember who they are more, you know, because I can see them doing things. But she lives in her imagination, which is beautiful in so many ways. She's still quite young, so she's got time to ground and be more practical in the future. But yeah, it's like don't let your dreams just be dreams, Sagittarius. Take action on them, plan properly, turn them into something that's real and tangible. You know, the universe seems to have your back right now. It's like if you're guided to write a book, I feel like now is a really good time to do it. If you are guided to go and learn something new, you know, karma's on your side. If you're feeling called to, I don't know, write a song with that tree wisdom card and the reference to music, go and do it, because I feel like if you feel like you're called to do something, it doesn't mean you have to quit your job, you know, and sell your house and go off and do whatever it is that you're thinking of. You don't have to do anything drastic, but this is saying what steps can you take to move closer to that. So say you want to be an artist, maybe you could buy some art supplies. Maybe you can't buy everything you need right away, but buy things, you know, one month buy the easel, one month buy the paints that you need. So invest in it slowly over time. Make a plan, make it real. What's going on subconsciously here? What's supporting Sagittarius subconsciously? What's going on subconsciously here for Sagittarius? The Three of Swords. You are very... there's some kind of heart pain, emotional pain here underlying this, but it's actually fueling you. So it's almost as though you've seen something, again, this feeling of injustice. You've seen something that's not fair. You've seen something that isn't right, and you're actually using it as motivation to change it, or to fuel you to move forward with something. So you can see here this poor whale is it's a beached whale, and these people are crying. They're upset that it's been injured. But what I'm getting from this reading is a little bit ooey for some of you, but again, my daughter, she's actually surprisingly practical. It's almost like yes, they're having a cry. They are sad that the whale has been unfortunately has found itself in this position. However, they are practical people. They are prepared to use the resources of that whale and use it for food, use it for I don't know, waterproof you know, waterproof lining perhaps for the homes to keep the moisture out. They're going to use all the different resources that come with that big animal and utilize them moving forward. So it's like turning some kind of pain into some kind of gain, right? It doesn't mean that you're not sad that the whale has died, whatever that whale symbolizes for you, but it's that you are yeah, using it to move forward. It's like, this has happened, there's nothing I can do about it, but I'm going to make the best out of a bad situation here. I'm not going to let it hold me down. I'm not going to let it hold me back. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do something better. So an example would be, my daughter didn't sit there crying because people had littered the area. She cleaned it up, you know. So what is an overt strength, please, then? What is going on consciously for Sagittarius at this time? So justice is the heart of the matter. What's going on? Thank you. The Ace of Swords. Again, you are taking action here. The Ace of Swords is like... swords are about action and communication. I do feel like there's some kind of tether here, though. This rope is lying over this sword. Again, this is a new deck for me. I haven't seen these two cards. I haven't seen before. The others I have. So the Ace of Swords, it can be a moment of clarity. It can be a truth being spoken. You are very authentic. You are very truthful. You say it as you see it. Normally, it depends again on your Mercury placement. But Sagittarius tends to say what they want to say in the moment. But I do feel like you've kind of, I'm getting tongue-tied. Again, I kind of like, I was tripping over my words at the start of the reading. It's like, maybe you can't say what you want to say when you're nervous, or maybe you feel like you have to hold back your words somehow. There's some kind of restriction here on the action you can take and the truth you can communicate. It is showing as your overt strength, though. So I think that you biting your tongue, you knowing that it's time to not quite time to swing that sword around is actually a strength for you. Your ability to rein it in a little bit is a strength. It's a very watery card, obviously, so there's a lot of emotions here with whatever this is that you need to communicate. Again, it could be like say you were doing jury duty, right? You couldn't talk about it because you contracted, you're legally bound to not be able to say something. So your ability to recognize that and hold back is your strength right now. As frustrating as it probably is for you if that's your situation, Sag. Four of Cups there on the bottom. The thing with the Four of Cups is somebody, I feel like you're the one bringing in this cup, but somebody here is very disappointed about a past situation. Not you, because I think you're acknowledging the Fourth Cup. This is used, normally the Four of Cups is like, they're so disappointed in what went wrong, what didn't work out, the bad relationships in their life, that they don't see this really positive, almost like divinely brought in cup coming in from the universe. So it's like you're going to miss an opportunity here because you're so busy crying over spilt milk. I don't think that's you, because what I'm seeing here with the underlying strength is that you are turning lemons into lemonade, which seems to be a key theme for me at the moment. It keeps coming out for me. I think you are fully aware of that Fourth Cup. And I don't think you're going to waste time crying over spilt milk. I think that could be somebody else around you. Right. So I guess this is somebody around you then. Let's go to what's happening around Sagittarius. So between overtly in the past then, what was an energy outside of Sagittarius affecting this Judgment and Ace of Swords, please? And oh, there we go. Justice. Could be dealing with a Libra. Court systems, you know, a court system, contracts, legal systems, like formal agreements, karma. This is outside of you. Now, the heart of the matter for you is you are seeing something that's a little bit unfair. Again, this sword is kind of, there's no communication here. Right, this is being tempered. In this image here, the sword is raised. The truth is being told. Somebody's taking very clear, direct action. There's no secrets here with the Justice card. I say that, but the veil behind it is kind of where the secrets are hidden. So it's like if you were in a court situation and the jury goes out of the room to talk about what decision they're going to reach. This is kind of like what happens behind closed doors, and then this is the person that delivers the verdict. So it could be that you've dealt with this court situation. It didn't, it is showing as being fair though. She has the scales are balanced, which shows that there is something fair, but perhaps you don't see it as fair. Because I think perhaps there is some kind of truth being concealed or held back on your... It's perhaps you have more information that wasn't known at this time by this authority outside of yourself. So what is happening? So it could be that you've had some kind of trial and it's going to the next level. So, you know, you may have, something at Magistrates Court here in the UK, and then it goes to kind of like the Crown Prosecution Service, and then it goes to like the European courts. You know, there's a hierarchy of court systems. So it's like something didn't work out, but, you know, it is showing in the upright, it is showing as fair, but it could be that there's more information here. So it's like a second, I don't know. It could be a situation that you're contracted to. So a situation that you're contracted to, and it's some kind of revival of that situation. So outside of Sagittarius then, between Judgment and Three of Swords, you've got all this sword energy. Look, somebody outside of you has the sword raised, but your sword's down. So this energy outside of you is communicating, or it's delivering news, it's taking action. It's a page, so it's normally it's a student. Again, it's the pages gather information. So it could be a child of yours, right? If you've got a child who's an air sign as well, it could just symbolize that a child is involved in this situation. But the Page of Swords tends to be my spying card, or somebody who's collecting information. So again, some kind of court system, somebody's collecting more information perhaps. You know, looking at your social media. I don't want to kind of make anyone paranoid, but it's like if you apply for a job these days, they check your social media. It's like a known thing. What's going on between the Three of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, please? There's this very guarded energy that you're being hit with. It could be, again, it could be the same energy. It could be a different energy. It's outside of you, though. They are blocking a door here. So I do feel like perhaps you've been blocked in terms of being able to take action. If there's something going on involving contracts or the court system and property, it could feel like there's somebody being very stubborn. Perhaps somebody's holding on to money rather than being very fair. It's very guarded, it's very shielded, it's very closed off energy. Regarding this Three of Swords, there's something that didn't go your way. It's a bit heartbreaking, but you definitely have a plan of how to move forwards here. It's like, well, I don't want your pentacles anyway. It's like he's saying, I'm not giving you any of my money. And you're going, well, do you know what? I've got my own money. It might not be as much as you, but I'm going to make it, I've got so much that I can do with this. And it's going to, you know, I'm going to invest in things. It's going to grow. It's going to be even more than what you had. I can definitely see how this is applying to another Sagittarius I know actually at this point. And this is in a business sense where somebody... because of COVID, I don't want to say too much, but because of COVID, this person had invested money into something that didn't happen because of COVID, and when they tried to be reimbursed, it turned out that this other person had wasn't really going to give them the money back, which wasn't very fair. And this person, although they said they didn't have the money to give the money back, on social media has a very big house and is always spending money and showing off on social media. So it's like, right, okay, you clearly do have the money, so why aren't you reimbursing me? I won't sort of say any more than that, but that's how that feels to me. Ace of Swords and Page of Pentacles. So what is avert here, please? So what is outside of Sagittarius that is known between this Ace of Swords and Page of Pentacles? An energy affecting this Ace of Swords. Okay. The Magician. So somebody outside of you could be dealing with a Gemini. Somebody's trying to take somebody's dreams and make them a reality. It's coming through slightly as fairy godmother energy. So this could be somebody, again, it could be you know, an attorney working on your part. It could be some kind of guardian angel energy or something like that. But it feels like you have this investment to make. You have all these dreams and ideas about where this could go, and this person is taking that creativity of yours, taking those ideas, but taking tangible steps, or teaching you how to take tangible steps to make something happen. It's almost like the Magician's Apprentice, right? This person has the skills, they know how to use all those tools that are at the disposal. You've just got this brand new thing and you're like, what do I do with this? And this person's like, look, I can advise you, I can teach you what to do here. Do be a little bit wary though, the Magician sometimes comes with a little bit of sleight of hand. You know, something's too good to be true, it may be too good to be true. So just, again, with contracts and things here, read the small print. Think twice. You know, it could be really good, but just think twice before you go for it. Four of Cups in reverse. So yeah, somebody, again, I was picking up on this energy and saying, I don't feel like it's you. I feel like this is somebody outside of you. The Four of Cups in reverse either tells me that somebody has missed an opportunity outside of you. It's not you. They have missed an opportunity, or they have stopped sulking and they're ready to take that opportunity. Okay. Let me just find out which way. Which way? Okay, it's an obstacle. So there is the need to balance something. You may have to juggle two different things and balance something out. It may be that you have two different, you know, you're holding that pentacle. It might be like, well, where do I invest it? What do I do with it? Do I put it here or do I put it there? There is some kind of decision to make or some kind of balancing to do. Which way, please? There we go. Page of Cups. This is the card that they were showing me when I was feeling like I needed to use this deck. It can be an apology. Somebody could be apologizing to you, or somebody's coming in with some kind of offer. It's very sweet. It's very well intentioned. Again, you get a lot of pages in your readings at the moment. That's 3 pages. You had a lot of pages in your last reading. So I do quite often pick up for you that there could be children involved in your situation. This would be a water sign child. But this is somebody who's very sweet intentioned, a little bit naive. You know, they're going to tell you how they feel, but they're maybe not very good at balancing out their emotions yet. So you can see there's that big emotional wave that's just about to knock them over. So they are very much, again, I was saying, this Page of Pentacles is a very Page of Cups energy for me, because it's somebody who has a brilliant imagination, somebody who's very creative, very sweet, very well intentioned. They have a lot of love to give, a lot of just a really brilliant, vibrant imagination. May see the world through rose-tinted glasses, but they don't see the bad things around them that are going to knock them down. So I do feel like this is a similar energy. Just keep your wits about you, Sagittarius. Get advice from people who know better. Ask people for what they think about the situation before you make any kind of emotional or financial investments, I think is what's coming through. But the Two of Cups is there. So it could be that you've met your equal. You could have met somebody who makes you feel like a kid again. Somebody that you knew from childhood as well, although I'm not seeing the Six of Cups, which would be the indicator for that. But yeah, it could be that you and this person get together and you're like kids again. It could be something like that. But, you know, this is showing that there is an equal and balanced relationship somewhere here. Let's get you an advice card then. I'm just going to stop and restart. There we go. Just because I don't want my video to cut out as I'm doing this. It cuts out around the 40-minute mark. So just to save that little thing there. So what's going on, please, for Sagittarius? What's going on for Sagittarius? Thank you. Wow, you've got 3 cards. You've got Dog Spirit. Be loyal to what you love. Dragonfly Spirit, truth transcends illusion. And Canary Spirit, sing your own song. So you've got 2 things here about music. There's 2 flutes here. Maybe you play the flute. What's that Hamlet quote about the flute? You know, you think you know my stops, or whatever it is he says. Would you play on me as you play on this flute, fiddle? Or I can't remember what he says. I love the scene from David Tennant's version of Hamlet, the scene where that scene, but in David Tennant's version for the RSC. I think they play that really, really well. Dog Spirit appears to remind you that although change is part of life and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitments remain strong. You are loved now and can trust that this higher love is true. Spirit loves you, and the love has arrived in many forms now, manifesting in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog Spirit also says, be true to that which you love, for now is a time of good fortune. I told you, good karma coming in. Be steady as you recognise that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving and true, and Dog Spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. Have faith in Spirit's plan for you. Okay, beautiful. Be loyal to what you love. You are. If anyone's loyal to what they love, I'd say, like, that's a very Sagittarian energy. Yeah, I can see you as dogs, like, in the best way, Sagittarius. Like, fun-loving, just wanting to have a good time, well-intentioned, being a bit shocked when other people have bad intentions because you don't operate on that level. So yeah. Dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as a dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, Dragonfly Spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion. Okay, this is like this, right? Because these two cards can talk about fantasy and illusion and make-believe for me. So, pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere, peeking through from behind the veil. Again, that thing about behind the veil, right? In the realm of spirits, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone. For higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. Alighting when you are preoccupied, Dragonfly Spirit offers this message. You exist in unity with all, including the protective spirits who share their wisdom, and you are being nudged along the path your soul needs to travel to have the experiences it craves. Love exists in many forms, and sometimes we overlook it when we don't recognize a particular form. Pay attention to see that's what's happening here. Somebody's overlooking it because it's coming from a source that they're not familiar with. So it's like, what is this? I don't recognize it because it's not the love that I've experienced so far in my life. So it could be that if all you've known is like bad relationships, love given to you with conditions, I love you, but you have to do this for me. I love you as long as you act like this, as long as you wear this mask. I feel like this isn't you. I feel like it's more your person. When you're offering a very, very, no, because they're showing as, the person around you is showing as somebody who's very sweet, very well-intentioned, very pure. So when the pure love comes in, and it can be the love of a child, right? Again, what I was saying about this one here, it's like that unconditional love, that love just for the sake of loving. It can be so surprising because it's so unfamiliar. It's hard to understand what it is, and people can be suspicious of that at first as well. It's like, what do you mean you just love me and you don't expect anything in return? How does that work? Like there must be a hidden catch. So I feel like somebody's kind of in that kind of energy. Love exists in many forms, and sometimes we overlook it when we don't recognize a particular form. Pay attention to the signs now. They remind you that each of us have inspired dreams seamlessly sewn into the fabric of the invisible world, and there is a great consciousness that exists in the seemingly empty spaces, guiding us on our journey. Open up to the truth, letting the wisdom of the hidden realms inform you, providing insights your conscious mind overlooks. I'm going to run out of time. I talk too much. This is the third reading I've done today, so I'm definitely starting to feel in like my cheeks and my jowls, like, I need a break. Sing your own song. Canary Spirit arrives to help you find your authentic voice and express what is in your heart. Pink elephants and lemonade. Who had that last week? Free yourself to experience your inner light and let it shine, as Canary Spirit sings to remind you of your inherent joy and to support you as you sing your own song. Now is the time to let the world know who you really are. Canary Spirit's message is that you are free to be yourself and express your most cherished desires. The world wants to hear your song. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you're being called to be fully yourself, for only then will you find harmony and joy. You can make music with others so beautifully when your note rings true. So be authentic, right? With that, let me introduce myself. Be authentic, because people, if you want somebody to love you, they need to be able to love you for who you truly are. If you're wearing a mask or hiding parts of yourself, then that person you've not given them the opportunity to love you for your true self. So there's something to that as well. What does Sagittarius really, really, really need to hear right now? What's the most important thing Sagittarius needs to hear right now? Hello? A stroke of luck, a hand of fate, or devil's claws, you came to me. So I do feel like this is kind of mistrust of a new relationship coming in. It's like is this too good to be true? Does this person really love me unconditionally, or is there some kind of hidden catch here? Or it's, again, like a feeling of like some kind of contract. It could be like a soul contract, you know, or you're dealing with some kind of legal system. It's like, this doesn't, it feels too good to be true. So you're kind of like looking for the red flags. You're being told not to lower your standards or settle, though, just as a kind of reminder. And what's the advice, please? So the advice for the people who are resonating with this reading. Oh my god, another Gwen Stephani song as well. I love that song so much. It's Blake Shelton and Gwen Stephani, and it hits me right in the feels because they both kind of had. I'm going to just stop and restart. I'm going to run out of time again. Hold on. Yeah, they both kind of left. You know, they both left relationships that had kind of broken down. They were both kind of newly getting single again. And they, while they were working on, is it America's Got Talent or something like that together, they were both judges on that show. They kind of were bonding over, you know, what had happened, and they kind of saw themselves in each other, and now they're together and they're super sweet, and that song just always hits me right in the feels. So please do go and give that song a listen. It's just the sweetest thing. It's like, I don't need to leave this town to see the world, but it's something that I've got to do. Don't want to look back in 30 years and wonder who you're married to. I've got to say it now, and I've got to make it clear, for only you and God are here. They say if you love something, set it free, but that ain't gonna work for me. I don't want to love, no, what is it? I don't want to be without you. I don't want to even breathe. I don't want to live without you. Want you lying next to me. I don't want to go down any other road now. Go and listen to the song. They sing it a million times better than me, but it's so sweet. I love it to bits. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon. And yeah, I hope you get that unconditional love. Bye, guys.